following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Where our record finishes is Alvin just looked at the video. Now, following that, everyone else looked at the video and got freaked out. They found someone purporting to be Weber, Dr. Weber, who was actually Dr. Moroner, pretending to be Dr. Weber, but was actually an imposter in the Among Us sense. They breached into the command area. Stuff happened. They damaged the Geller field and activated the self-destruct sequence, having determined that there were too many fucking awful things on this satellite that if it got back to Earth, we would be fucked with a capital F. Yep. Yes. Xenomorph level fuckery. So they decided to screw our orders, and the one thing we were told must not happen, when we'll blow it up. Everyone was like, well, blow this place up, and Roxanne was like, approved. Thank you. I'm going to save that for next week. We've had too much chocolate today. I don't want to turn into a diabetes. It's despite my strong suspicion I already am. Derek went crazy. He kept hearing strange noises. He insisted there was a big guy around that no one else saw.
That could go invisible.
Then that big guy turned out to be real, and not Jaeger. And it beat up a lot of aliens, but got acided all over. But before it died, or they presume it died, it showed them its escape pod, where it had room for 2 of its people, and therefore 3 to 4 normal-sized people. Or once we strapped down Roxanne's chest, we could get 3 people.
But us having a team of 6, this was a problem.
So they skated out of there. Wanda turned into Adepta Sororitas. They'd activated the self-destruct system, which was in fact just an N2 mine.
And we got Kitchwa back.
That was what made the crucifix in the sky.
Yeah.
N2 mines detonate in a uniform shape.
Yeah. We got Kitchwa back because it was actually your friend that was blocking the communications, as it turned out. And then once we got in contact...
they got Kitchwa back. And then they sort of skipped themselves off the water onto the aircraft carrier's deck. Mine went off, fucked everything. And they were basically engaged in the rescue operation under the direction of clear and obvious leader Adepta,
yes,
who just took the fuck over. And so then you were swiftled away into the hangar for a debriefing, and that's where you are now, while rescue and emergency operations are dealing with the shockwave of a coastal detonation of an N2. And this is where you are.
I just want to clarify some things. So when the Geller machine exploded, I took a bunch of damage. Obviously my limbs still had to function for me to complete the things we needed to get out of there after that. So like, what are we talking? A bunch of broken ribs, burning?
We're talking damage points.
Okay, so it was mostly just
like abrasions and hurting.
No, that's it.
So here you are, born to be kings. You're in a big hangar. There's a pissed off government agent staring right at you. And he's like, well?
Roxanne will basically stand up and give a full account of what happened in order.
Depta's going to just grab you in the face by the head and push you back into your seat. Down, dog.
Excuse me?
You speak low Gothic. You speak disrespectfully to us. Abase yourself before the God Emperor. I shall punish you for your impertinence, dog. Do something about this.
We're still dealing with how to deal with this, sir.
This doesn't have an off switch, and that will go badly.
Yeah,
her gun is very good.
Your impertinence continues. 1. 2.
Wanda, stand down.
Sorry.
Thank you. It's okay, honey. We'll talk about it later. Anyway, as I was saying, sir, And
And
I'll basically outline in order the main pertinent bullet points of what happened.
he'll stop you like a quarter of the way in. Okay, look. Now the truth.
Everything I've told you is the absolute truth, sir.
Bullshit.
Nope. In fact, we have some evidence on us still.
You took evidence?
Clang! And then sort of use it as a brace to stand up a bit. You're the crazy ass motherfuckers who had that shit on that station.
Eric,
Sorry.
We do not know what was on that station. We were led to believe it was gardening supplies.
Then you're dumber than I am.
I listen to what I'm told by the American government, who is never wrong about anything.
Derek, stand down.
Tug.
Sir, are you authorized to actually hear?
No, I
about
just
these-
want to know why you saw fit to disobey the only instruction you were given.
Okay, simple answer, sir. The whole place was overrun by an alien threat.
Before you went up, you asked, what if it's all overrun? We said it does not matter.
The safety of the entire planet was at stake.
Under whose?
sir,
Under whose?
it's the facility did make its own assessment. When the self-destruct was activated, there were safeties where the
How
facility
can a facility make an assessment?
it before
The,
before the self-destruct was authorized, systems were in place to make sure that the situation wasn't
Door
deep.
clangs open. A bunch of DMV personnel, one of which is Professor Maldred, walks in.
Hey,
He has two of his shadow bitches with him. One of them is just carrying like a big assault rifle. Just occasionally
Holy shit.
looking at going,
That's weird.
Listen, I believe you are not authorized to debrief these people onto what is going on here. They've made some fanciful claims about the station talking and such nonsense. They're clearly deranged. Oh, I told you about that. Security is retained.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Fuck
Sometimes
that
I
guy.
forget who we work for.
Sorry, I was just
Why
picking Todd.
did you blow up the facility, and how is it his fault?
I'll
You want
take
the long
blame.
answer, sir, or the short answer?
Go long, please.
Going through from the start again.
Get to the end? Not a short answer.
The base was overrun by threats that were a danger to the entire planet. We needed to get rid of them.
Research.
Derek?
So you disobeyed and removed materials. Naughty.
We needed to save what we could, sir.
And you brought samples.
We brought back
Baggy.
the whole shit.
One of his assistants would be,
Do you still have the,
That's just
Yeah.
a pop that I found. I'm using it.
hand it over. It belonged to your friend.
Can I, when you're done with it, can I have it back? It's kind of important.
what do you think?
Yes? Look, it's broke.
What do you think, Mr. Clay? Should he be allowed to retain it?
Come on, you saw
Yeah.
how he went down. We need something to remember him by.
Yes,
Or her.
just because I mean, there needs to be something to memorialize that dude.
And you.
If Derek's conduct had been better up until now, I would have said yes.
Please tell me how his conduct has underperformed.
He's rebellious.
And specifically in this mission?
Not as much so, but he
So
still
you would
seems
say-
to have a loudmouth problem with authority.
So you would say his conduct on this mission has improved or denigrated from his average?
Improved.
That is interesting. I'm not going to give you an answer. You will live in sufferings. I don't want to touch And the assistants will be like, a spear. This looks like a Kitchworthy. Mine's bigger.
It held up remarkably well against the, for lack of a better term, alien threat.
Molecular
Molecular acid.
Very well. Our security personnel are securing the site from those who should not know things. When they have cleared us, we will leave, and no one will know we are here. Why did you feel it necessary to use the base self-destruct mine?
The original intent was to get the station to ascend into the upper atmosphere and let space take care of it, sir, but we did not have the time.
You had all week.
More so because of the threat on the base, sir. In fact, we are not entirely sure one of the very vehicle we used to get up there wasn't taken by an alien threat and may even be a threat to this planet in America still, sir.
I see.
Did you, if you don't mind my asking, do you have any record of what happened to that vehicle after it?
I don't mind you asking at all. Door will open, Anne and Jennifer walk in. Clear, sir. Very good.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Alvin. Did you make it to space again?
Oh, so we're probably going to want that thing we came in on the deck.
The army will have that.
Move!
One moment, Roxanne Emery.
Sir?
I'm a civilian.
I know that, sir. I can't help it. I also like to say it as a show of respect.
We will talk about this later.
Sir? Then move up.
Children. So outside there's a bunch of dead soldiers.
Oh.
What the hell?
Anne's like, they were dead when we got here. Some kind of shockwave smashed them into the wall, they reckon.
There was a big shockwave after that thing went up.
My bad.
Bus. Long drive home. Everyone's on the bus. There's just like Professor Maldron sitting in the middle.
Oh my god!
I love how
So it's a very quiet trip.
I love how he did this for maximum awkwardness.
He took over him to the ones at the back.
So, did anyone catch the latest episode of Spine Shield?
I didn't. We were away.
George was double dipping the chips again. It was amusing. He just won't learn.
Very quiet. Peaceful boxing.
So,
Right on the way home.
did you guys see anything neat in the news? How's the world going?
Anne's like, no, the news is really certain that Christ is coming for some reason. You know, because of the Jesus. And the big cross that was in the sky.
I wonder what that was about.
I'm still thinking of you somehow. No. Soupy smashed the Gellerfield.
Yeah, by the way, ouch. Stupid Gallerfield couldn't shoot the stupid machine.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh yeah, I stabbed the Galler machine.
Why did you do that?
Because we needed power to escape alive.
Why did you not simply turn it off?
One, we were blowing up the station anyway. Two, we couldn't fucking figure out how.
It didn't have an off switch. It was deliberately designed to not turn off because
Okay.
the mutants on there just in case they got hold of it and turned it off and they activated their powers again.
Apparently, it was tied into the system that held the whole thing aloft.
Of
So,
course, how did you think anti-gravity works?
well,
We
yeah.
did it
But, so the
quickly.
anti-mutant field and the
Clearly, I need to assign you all additional physics.
Someone should probably reinforce those power couplings too.
I'm amazed you didn't kill yourself.
Wouldn't have been the worst case scenario.
No. Are you sure he hasn't been too rebellious on this mission?
They all thought I was crazy.
I mean, there was that, but no. He wasn't the most rebellious one on that mission.
Really? Let me guess. I really feel that I should dress you both down in front of everyone to humiliate you, but I feel that wouldn't work on some people. I think.
I've already been naked at least once today, and Roxanne got her top off.
Yeah.
Really.
The acid landed on us.
Just your top.
In my case, yes.
I was the only one who got out the
Was
way.
that bit where I threw the grenade in it?
Oh, yes.
Or was it? No, it was the bit when you slashed that little one. It popped out of the chest.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, when he
One just
sma-
like, really wished you were there, Jennifer. We needed an investigator so bad. Oh, Alex would have loved that.
I thought I did pretty good with the forensics, and Derek smashed that thing good with that Josie Canseco bat.
Yeah, whoever that was.
He baseball batted an alien thing real good. Turned out they're full of acid, but
Melted at the end, but I just snapped it in half, had a spark. But Chrome Dome crushed that like it was nothing.
Eventually, you arrive back at Shamakonda. Almost everyone is there. Shut up. It's like, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, no casualties. Believe it or not.
It's really good to see everyone's alive, especially you, Kitchra. Especially me? Yeah. Because, you know, everyone was like, thinking, man, we really thought Kitchra was dead there for like a solid evening.
I was really worried about him when he disappeared for ages.
Well, Kitchra does this all the time. It is part of being powerful than that.
Yeah, I thought Chrome Dome had got you. He was repeating a bunch of your words.
Who?
Oh, you didn't see? No, actually, you did. When you, I wasn't there for that. Never mind.
I don't know who Crumb Dome was either.
The big guy with the.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
I don't know what to call him. He didn't exactly tell me his name. The thing he said the most was "turn around."
Bright eyes?
Every now and then I fall
I
apart.
already get the feeling everybody's saying
Dixie's
too
like,
much.
turn around!
No, I'm just
Every
saying.
now and then I fall apart.
Well, that is what happened to him in the end.
And I need you more forever.
Good to see you're in a good mood, Dex.
No, why wouldn't? Oh, yeah. But hey, everyone's alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've got your arms folded, which means you're pissy about something. Come on, let's go down to the cafeteria or get you some delicious water and you can tell Uncle Dex all about it.
Oh, yum, water.
There's not
Hey.
really that much option.
hey, Deck, you know what was really amazing? For like a good half hour there or something, Roxanne was actually nice. Must
Yeah.
have been the threat of impending death.
That sounds very nice. We play all the time. It's, building out the tunes there, slightly on key. Got good licks. We're in a band. She's nice. You get to know her. Hang out. Play dominoes together.
Oh no, that's a hardcore game in the hood. You don't just play dominoes with another man. Or
That's why I keep one of these under my cuff. Because it's cuffed back, there's a double 6. It's the most powerful domino ever made. Slap that down, the table just blows up. That's a reference to when I was a kid. I thought, like, because it had the biggest numbers, I was like, nothing beats that one, right? No, that's not how dominoes works.
No, not at all.
But then, later on, I encountered a thing on YouTube where one guy was just like, double 6, and everyone else was like, oh! So it's like, not just me that thought that. And then I created a character in STO. It was actually one of the officers on my crew whose nickname was Double 6 because he played dominoes as a hobby. Yeah, when the NPCs you make up on your crew have a bigger backstory than anything in AAA gaming. Take Roxanne off.
Yeah, I'll head down to the cafeteria for some water.
Oh, you're going to be really excited. They got new glasses and there's a slight curve to them. It's nice drinking out of those.
Remind you of a woman, right?
I got really sick of straight edge glasses for a while. It's unnatural.
have we been through any kind of medical yet?
Oh, yeah. I just didn't want to go into the rectal probing. I can go. We can clock back and I can go into the
it's just I wanted to make sure
you're all good.
infection.
And they did CT scans to make sure you didn't have a thing in your chest.
He really thinks that Roxanne got infected by an alien during that brief moment where she was away from everyone else.
So, when you were separated from the others, what tasks were you doing?
I was guarding the others while he was talking to his invisible friend, apparently. It was real. Turns out.
So, how are you feeling after that mission? You seem a bit uptight.
Well, you know, when you go through something like that, I mean, we all could have died.
But you didn't.
Multiple times.
But you didn't.
So,
you didn't have to have near long. You know, your crutch.
You wouldn't have worked up there.
I'm more than just... Oh, right, because half my brain would have shut off, wouldn't it?
Uh-huh.
Look. We could focus on that, or we could focus on how you guys just did a whole mission with everyone surviving without Dericks. That's progress.
Oh, you okay?
Oh, sure.
You're exaggerating, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Remember, I can make sound effects happen in your head.
So, you really doing okay? Has there been any updates on...
I just have to wait. And
That's
then-
the hardest part, on Tom Petty.
Well, Tom Petty's a smart man. So, everything was fine up there? Working as a team?
For the most part.
Sliding that military rod out of your ass?
Trying to.
That's good. And hopefully everyone else will sort of meet you partway. And eventually we'll arrive in the middle where we've got a slightly uptight Roxanne, and she's sort of okay with everyone being not in the military.
I'm fine with that. I just have a problem with people who just decide that they can do their own thing whenever they want.
Well, they can. Within reasons, obviously. I mean...
Yeah, but it's really good to actually maybe tell everybody that you're going off to do your own thing.
I mean,
instead of just disappearing from the group.
I mean, surely we'll learn all of that as we explore our tactic more anyway. I did a slightly subversive thing when I dropped a few Deleros on Wanda and I purchased candy. Would you like some? Want some candy?
No. But yes. But you just reminded me.
Let me have fun with Derek just once, please, just once.
He does deserve it.
Ugh.
But you just remind me, I owe Wanda an entire 40k army.
You're not rich enough.
No, I mean like a standard. Like,
No, it don't work that way.
What do you mean it don't work?
Talk to Alvin about it. He'll give you the lowdown.
Can I talk to someone else?
No, I'm making you do this.
What do you mean you're making me do this?
I mean, I'm going to force you to do it with your mind powers. Watch. Roxanne, you really need to actually not stop avoiding people that you don't like. Remember, you're a squad leader and you need to engage with everyone. He currently has expertise you need, and just siphoning off of me isn't fair to myself, yourself, or anyone else. And you have to actually engage, oftentimes, with more people that you don't like than which you do. Showing favoritism in that regard is unbecoming of an officer and a crew leader.
Yes, I've already had the speech from Kitchwa.
Is it just me, or is Kitchwa far smarter than either of us?
Yeah, there's somebody who's... No, that's not a good... No.
Actually, it's actually very common for primitive people who are exposed to modern societies to have that childlike, sponge-like absorption, because in their societies, learning and adapting on a constant basis is a necessity, whereas in our more relaxed societies, once we get past the original learning phase, we settle into a monostasis.
Okay, here's the thing. Kitchwa's talked to me about my problems. You've talked to me about my problems.
Oh, you want me to go talk to Alvin? Right, okay.
Yeah, who's talking to him about his problems? Or is Alvin perfect and everyone loves him?
Hell no, Alvin's not perfect. He's a rapscallion. But the difference is that he's closer to what everyone around him is considering a norm. Like, everyone's kind of like a... I mean, look, how many people here are from prison? You know?
I don't know. I mean, I know a few people who've been threatened with prison.
Well, there you go. That's the thing. So sort of like a disrespect for authority is something that they're having to learn here. To respect it and relearn out of that. So when people are faced with authoritarian do this, do that, naturally they want to push back against it, because ain't no one going to tell me my things. They're Americans, for fuck's sake. You can't even tell them...
What do you mean by that?
America has this thing where they've got incredible amounts of stubbornness and incredible amounts of stupidity in equal handfuls, and it's not a good thing. Present company accepted. Brushes shoulder.
I know I am stubborn, and I know that Alvin's stupid. So there we go. No wonder we're banging heads against each other.
I think you're both stubborn from different angles, but I'll have a chat with Alvin, although I suspect I know exactly what he's going to say, and it's going to be along the lines of, Roxanne needs to learn that she can't just boss everyone around like she's the king of Muck Hill. And then I'm going to be like, well, you know, technically she was put in charge of the group. And he's like, she throws her weight around too much, and she needs to realise we're not in the military and people are going to need a little bit of freedom and liberty to operate at their peak performance. And I'm going to be like, and what makes you in charge of that? And he's going to be like, well, you're not doing it, Dex, and I really think you would be, because on account of you being so handsome and adorable and wise and charming and all, the kind of man who could easily convince a lesbian that maybe she just hasn't found the right Dex yet. And then I'm going to say, oh, Alvin, you perceptive cat, let's get candy together.
You always make me laugh, Dix.
That's because of my small penis or my charming nature?
The latter.
Maybe a bit more.
Good, because otherwise I'd call you a liar. Anyway, you finish off your candy and your water, and I'll be off, like a fairy in the night, twinkle-toeing around the everyone else.
A fairy.
Well, I'm going to go play with Dex.
Okay.
And so when they lift, before everyone splits off, let's be like, Pinkerson, Wanda,
Yo!
come on, have a chat for a sec. I know it got pretty rough in there. You guys alright?
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet. I'm sorry I dragged you into that.
Was that really your first choice?
I hadn't really had time to think about it, but Alvin suggested you.
Alvin?
Yeah,
I didn't even think he liked me that much.
Alvin likes, I think, almost everyone.
Yeah. Wanda says, Alvin does come off that way. But you know who I really feel was instrumental in that whole mission?
Who?
Inexpensive candy.
Gave us the quick energy we needed to survive.
There was a good deal coming across that.
Oh, and you left your poster behind.
I wasn't allowed to grab it. Even Alvin was telling
And
me
we blew
not
up
to.
that baseball signed by Mickey Mantle.
I don't even know who that is.
Neither do I, but no one signs balls who isn't a someone.
Well, that bat was signed.
Yeah, I still don't know who Josie Canseco is.
No idea. Some dumb sports person, probably.
Tom is probably punching a wall somewhere.
Probably some nobody.
Don't care.
Yeah,
Over here.
turn around. There's a glint of light and hope in his eyes.
Hello.
Sadness. The hope drains from his face and his body.
What?
Fuck you, Dericks.
Yeah, there we go. Gives you that drive and ambition. Besides which, what makes you think he's dead?
You didn't see the wounds. And
Yes,
the
I did.
explosion. Well, how would he have gotten out of that? We had his ship.
You had this ship.
Or her ship. Or its ship.